It is the second day of the month of mid-year, 4th era, year 1, 95. And Mjoll the Lioness has now informed Thane Erin of her recent adventure into the Velothi Mountains, and of the slave trade that she found and neutralized. For Mjoll has now learned that slaves were being bought by someone in Skyrim for the use of skooma production. And now that Mjoll has confirmation of the skooma den located somewhere in Skyrim, Mjoll is certain that it is somewhere in the Rift. And so, we continue the story of Mjoll the Lioness.
That's quite an adventure you had, Mjoll. It was dangerous to go alone. You should have told me. I would have tagged along.
I know, but I couldn't risk asking around about the slave trade in the city. Slavers could have eyes here in the city.
It was a dangerous gamble, but I'm glad you were able to return and tell the tale.
But now you know why I can't stop, Erin. I gave that Argonian my word, and I intend to do just that and put an end to this skooma den once and for all.
Well then, my lady, let us find this skooma den and free those slaves.
Thane Erin continues to feed Mjoll false hope, as she is well aware that he cannot let Mjoll find the Redwater Den. So instead, he purposely misleads her direction to another location in hopes of throwing her off course.
Patrols reported a small shack not far from here that was attacked last night. This could be the den we've been looking for.
That's great news. Let's go check it out, Thane.
I'm right behind you. This place resembles the description of your skooma shack, does it not?
I don't know, Thane. It looks too small to be a major operation site.
Let's take a further look, shall we? Something was definitely going on here, my lady. What do you think?
I don't know, Thane. This place looks like an experiment gone wrong. There's no evidence of supplies, slaves, or even a heavy presence of workers that would be needed to run a skooma operation. To tell you the truth, I really don't know what this place is.
Well, you never know. The supplies could have been stolen, the slaves could have ran off, and these bodies here... How do we know it's not the thugs who ran this place?
Well, I don't. Not for sure, at least.
All right. Let's say that this place isn't the skooma den that we are looking for. Isn't it convenient that this place is set ablaze after you defeated the slave master and freed the Argonians? It's almost as if someone was trying to cover their tracks and leave no evidence behind. Wouldn't you agree, my lady? It does seem to line up.
Maybe, but I have a feeling in my heart that tells me otherwise, Thane Erin.
If this isn't the shack we are looking for, then how can you know for sure that it is even in the Rift? You said it yourself that the Argonian told you that the location was in Skyrim. And Skyrim is a pretty mucking huge piece of land. No offense, my lady.
I know this place seems like it is a result of my discovery in the Velothi Mountains. But something in my heart tells me that the den is here in the Rift. The Rift is the only place I've seen the red skooma before, and everything points to it being a major operation, something that would require many resources to operate. And this hut here, I have a feeling that this isn't it, Thane.
Well, you're definitely passionate about your commitment. No one can question that. But if you feel certain that we are in the wrong spot, then let us continue our search then. Shall we?
Thank you, Thane. That is all I ask.
Come, my lady. Let us at least head back to Riften and take a break. I could use a drink right about now.
Right behind you, Thane.
And so our duo heads back to Riften, as Mjoll fails to fall for the bait, believing in her own intuition that the skooma den is still out there, and that slaves are still in captivity.
If you don't mind, Erin, I'm going to skip our break and search around for a bit longer.
Lady Mjoll, we've been on our feet all day. Surely a small break to collect ourselves won't halter our search. Take a break. You deserve one.
Thanks, Erin, but I can't rest now. Especially after what I saw in the Veloti Mountains. You go on ahead. I won't be out too long.
Then we'll skip the break, and I'll tag along with you. The Rift is no place for a lady to travel alone, my lady.
It's fine, Thane. You've seen me in action before and know I am more than capable of protecting myself. I promise I'll be okay on my own. Plus, the time alone will help refocus my thoughts and strategy for when we do find the skooma source and the remaining slaves.
Well, anyone dumb enough to cross swords with you would be signing their own death warrant. And it also seems like your mind is made up on this, so I know there is no point in trying to convince you otherwise. But in the event that you do find this skooma den, come get me immediately. Just to play it safe, my lady. We don't want to take a chance of any mishaps with something as important as this.
I completely agree, Thane. I wasn't cautious last time, and it cost the lives of Argonians. I won't make that mistake again. If I find anything, I'll come back for you.
Well then, my lady. Don't be gone too long. The day is almost at an end. Be safe out there. And may Stendarr watch over your travels, my lady.
Thank you for your time today, Thane Erin. I won't forget this. May the gods watch over you, my friend.
And so, Mjoll decides to continue her search on her own for a little bit longer. And although Erin is curious of what Mjoll will find on her own, ultimately, Mjoll knows that she can't be reckless this time around. And so Mjoll prepares her mind accordingly, as she continues her search for the other Argonians and the secret skooma den. And as she continues her search, Mjoll takes a moment to appreciate the vast land that is known as the Rift, for no other place in Skyrim offers such a variety of landscape. But as she ventured further into the Rift, the break that Mjoll eventually would need would finally appear to our hero. For it would appear that Mjoll has finally stumbled onto the den she has been looking for.
What in Son's name is this over here? I should get a better look. By the might of Shor, this has to be it. Located away from any main roads and underneath the ground, no wonder I couldn't find it.
Get these supplies to the crew below.
Sure thing, boss.
I have to play it safe. I can't just barge in like last time. I could end up putting the lives of the Argonians at risk. I'll need Thane Erin's help. I'll return with Erin and finally end this nightmare.
Mjoll finally finds what she has been looking for, as she quickly returns to Riften. But unfortunately, Mjoll may have let her presence be known as certain eyes fall upon the brave Nord. For what awaited Mjoll in Riften was something she has never experienced before. The act of betrayal.
Erin, it's me, Mjoll.
Great. Come on in. Mjoll, is everything okay, my lady?
Thane Erin. Sorry for the intrusion, but you're not going to believe what I found.
Let me guess. You found a skooma den?
Not just a skooma den, but the skooma shack we've been looking for. Those clever bastards have it located underground, probably inside of an old Nordic ruin, I bet. Plus, it's far from any of the main roads, in the middle of nowhere, almost concealed perfectly. This is finally it. This is the break we've been looking for. So, you up for one more patrol, Thane?
That's quite an impressive find, if I may say. But how do you know it's the shack we've been looking for? Did you even see any Argonians?
I didn't see any. But Erin, something tells me this is it.
Well then, let me see if I can get a raid authorized by the Riften Court.
Thanks, Erin. But perhaps we could investigate on our own first, so that we can give the court solid intel and proceed from there. Plus, we don't want to send word to any spies, just in case any of the guards are involved.
Very well, my lady. Let me go grab my things. Just a moment.
Thank you, Thane. I really appreciate your help. Wait a moment. Is that my ring? It is my ring. Sand Elske. How did he?
Looks like that's it. Ready to head out?
Thane Erin, question for you. Where did you get this ring?
Oh, that ring. Probably at one of the vendors. Why do you ask?
I never told you I was missing this exact ring. So how did it come into the possession of a vendor?
Who knows why? Perhaps it was lost and then sold. Why does it even matter?
I didn't lose this ring, especially this ring, which means it was stolen. And something tells me that you had a hand in that, which means you aren't the man I thought you were.
Ah, Mjoll. Looks like you are quite an observant and resourceful individual. I was wondering how long before you eventually figured it out.
I trusted you, Erin. You've been misleading me this entire time. You've known all along about the skooma den and the slaves.
Actually, my lady, I just learned about the slaves. Maven can be ruthless at times, but even she has a limit.
Maven Blackbriar. Of course she's involved.
Don't be like that, Mjoll. Maven actually cares about the city. The red skooma was just an experiment. Now that it's gotten out of hand, she'll give the word to shut it down and everything returns to normal. All you have to do is nothing. Literally nothing, and everything works itself out.
You're out of your mind if you think I'm going to stand by and do nothing, Thane.
Is that right, my lady?
And I will do what I must.
You have no idea how long I've been waiting to do this. Because now you're mine!
You're a pitiful man if you think your dark magic is going to overcome me. It burns!
Give yourself to me, Mjoll!
I can't. I won't.
What's this? You dare to resist?
I can't. I won't let you win.
What? Impossible!
Come on. Is that all you got?
I got to admit, Mjoll, I did not see that coming. You were the first person to resist against my ring. That just makes me more determined to make you mine, that's all.
I'd rather die than to become your mindless husk.
Ooh, don't say that, my lady. Because my last housecarl chose death as well.
What are you doing?
Give in to the temptation, Mjoll.
No, I won't.
Imagine the things we could accomplish together. Just give in and become mine.
I won't give in. Never.
Thane Erin, do I even want to ask why this Nord woman is here? Or are you going to tell me that you have the situation under control again?
Yeah, sorry about that, Lady Blackbriar. The situation got a little too heated.
Can I keep this one?
No, you cannot. Have her moved downstairs and bound. I shall have words with this one.
You're the boss.
Ah, I see you're finally awake. Good. We have much to discuss.
It was you. I should have known all along it was you. You truly are a piece of work, Maven.
You've made quite the mess, Mjoll. Chasing bandits, kicking down doors, stirring up trouble where none was needed. You must be exhausted.
I don't answer to you, Blackbriar.
Oh, but you should. If you had any sense, you'd realize that Riften does answer to me. Every coin that changes hands, every deal struck in the shadows, it all leads back to me.
Then that's exactly why I can't stop. Why I'll never stop.
You mistake conviction for recklessness. Do you think I dragged you down here to kill you? No, no. I'm not in the habit of creating martyrs. And you, my dear, are far too beloved by the people for that. But I do need you to understand something. And that is, you are standing in my way.
I stand for Riften, not for you.
Do you? And yet, here you are, tied up in this basement, about to learn that your ideals hold far less weight than my reality.
You should have listened, Mjoll. You could have walked away.
I trusted you, and look where that got me.
Oh, come now, Lady Mjoll. Trust is such a fragile thing, and so easily misplaced.
Enough with the theatrics. This one has caused me enough grief. Let me and my crew handle her.
You don't handle anything unless I say so.
This git needs to die. Period.
So, even your own men don't listen to you.
I make it clear when someone oversteps their boundaries, just as I'm doing with you now, Lady Mjoll. Or if you prefer, I can give you a demonstration.
This woman killed a noble son of Dress. A slave master, yes, but one whose bloodline carries weight beyond Riften. Do you understand what you've done by letting her live? It's not just my operation that suffers, Maven. It's yours.
You assume I care about consequences that do not touch me. That was your mistake, Dragos.
Then let me fix it.
You'd kill me? Here, in Erin's basement? You must have more confidence than sense.
Maven. Nah. But me? Oh, I most certainly will.
I think it's time for that demonstration now.
For once I agree with you, Lady Blackbriar. Kill this git and let my crew get back to work.
You disobeyed me. You assumed power that was never yours to hold. And worst of all, you made me repeat myself. Sarthis, have the supplies brought over to the old warehouse. We're done with Redwater Den.
As you wish, boss. I'll get on it right away.
Remind me not to make this broad angry.
It's just business, mate. Only business.
I knew you were ruthless, Maven, but this is something else.
You mistake ruthlessness for necessity. That filth continued his trade even after I ordered it to end. Slavery is a stain, a desperate man's way of squeezing coin from suffering. I have no place for desperation in my hold.
Then why keep me here?
Because you are useful, Mjoll. Because people listen when you speak. If I kill you, your legacy strengthens. But if I set you free, you become the champion who ended Redwater Den, freed the slaves and rid the city of corruption, and I remain untouched.
You expect me to carry your victory?
I expect you to take what you've already won.
You don't scare me, Maven.
I don't need to. Fear is fleeting, but influence, now that lasts forever. I hope this lesson has been instructive, Mjoll. There is power in Riften, and then there is my power. You may fight, you may rage, but in the end, everyone bends to me. And in due time, so will you.
If you believe I am going to bend my knee to you at any point in my life, then you are truly delusional, Maven.
Redwater Den is done. By tomorrow morning it will be discarded, its filth erased. The Argonian slaves will find their way into Riften. You will intercept them, bring them to Boli. He will give them legitimate work at the fishery. Their suffering will end, but their survival will be in your hands, Mjoll.
You expect me to clean up your mess?
I expect you to do what heroes do. Make no mistake, Mjoll. I don't need you to agree with me. I only need you to obey the role you were given. Set her free. We're done here.
Well, that was dramatic. Try not to swing at me the second I cut you loose.
You think this is over?
I think you already made your choice, Mjoll.
I should kill you for what you did.
But you won't, because whether you admit it or not, you need me.
Is that right, you piece of Imperial filth?
Mjoll, you've won. You've saved the day. The people of the Rift will bask in your glory, and it will all be because of what you have given the people, which is hope. It may be false hope, but hope nonetheless. And you were seen doing these great things in my presence, which means when the people think of you, they will think of me, by your side, out there in the Rift, getting things done.
You're lucky I have bigger fights ahead, little man. There will be a day when you won't have the power of that dark ring. A day when Maven will strip away all that you have. And once you are rotting away in a cell, perhaps I may be merciful and grant you a quick death. But until that day comes, best stay clear of my way.
I look forward to our next engagement too, my lady. Have a good night.
Mjoll is finally set free as she returns to the bunkhouse. Riften breathes around her, darkened alleys whispering secrets, torchlights flickering against damp stone, the scent of the canal, a sharp contrast to the weight in her chest. She walks with purpose, yet her mind is adrift, replaying every word, every deception, every moment that had led her here. But Mjoll's thoughts are deep, tangled in the web Maven had woven around her. She's free, but not unchained. She's victorious, but not at peace. But for now, she sits, silent, waiting, letting the weight of it all settle into her bones. Because tomorrow, she will have to rise again. The morning air is crisp. Mjoll stands at the edge of Riften's borders, watching the distant horizon. Uncertainty gnaws at her, for Maven's word is law in the Rift. But Mjoll knows that trust is a fragile thing, especially here in the Rift. But it wouldn't be long before movement was spotted. 4 figures, thin, weary, clothed in little more than rags, making their way toward her. Argonians, just as Maven said.
That must be her.
You are Mjoll, the Lioness.
That I am.
She's the one, the warrior who destroyed the Malice. Is it true? Did you defeat the slave master?
Yes, but I didn't do it alone. Dum fought beside me. He gave his life so that all of you, may be free.
He was the bravest of all of us.
What of his wife, Hashila?
Her fate, unfortunately, was the same as his. But know this, that their sacrifice will not be in vain. You are free, and I intend to make sure you stay that way.
Free, but where do we go? What do we do?
What? What will happen to us?
Follow me. There's a man named Bolli. He runs the fishery. He will give you honest work. A place to belong. No chains, no fear. Just a future. One of your own choosing.
Argonians exchange glances once more before nodding, tentative but willing. For the start of a new life is an offer they willingly accept, as Mjoll leads the freed Argonians to the fishery. And so, Bolli greets the Argonians, speaking with them, leading them towards their new choice in life that was made available because of Mjoll's actions. Although Mjoll's battle may seem victorious here in the Rift, she knows that the true battle against the corrupted city has only just begun.
Tell about it.
And as Mjoll decides to continue to fight, there is always a constant reminder of what she is up against. And a reminder of how much cleaning up is needed here in Riften. For Mjoll's fight will not be an easy one. And so she decides to take an easy task for a change, as a local request sends her to a small alchemy shop located down in the channel. To a place named Elgrim's Elixir.
Hello, dear. How may we be of assistance?
Hello, my lady. I saw your request for a retrieval task and wanted to offer my help.
Wait a moment. You're the one. Mjoll the Lioness. Oh, thank the gods for them sending you to Riften. You've become a beacon of hope to all of us. It is an honor to stand before you, my dear.
No need for praise, my lady. I do this because I take pride in my gratitude from the people. And I must admit, Riften is no easy beast to tame, but that won't stop me from trying. So, I'll offer any assistance I can, because I know even a shop like this needs help from time to time.
I swear if I wasn't around, Elgrim would forget to eat his meals. How we make any coin at all is beyond me. In fact, I need to arrange for someone to pick up an ore sample for me in Shore's stone. Goodness knows Elgrim won't lift a finger to do it.
That's why I'm here, my lady. I could do it.
You would? Oh, that would be wonderful. Speak to Filnyar in Shore's stone. He's got some sort of ore sample he wants us to identify and was willing to pay us well for it.
It will be done right away, my lady.
Be careful. The road to Shore's stone could be dangerous.
And so, Mjoll strides forward, each step carrying her deeper into the rift's wild expanse. Her mind drifts as she walks, tracing the path that led her here. For she had arrived in Riften unexpectedly, but decided to stay to combat the filth and corruption that she had found, twisting through every alley, lurking in every shadow. The red skooma trade, the slave operation near the border, the deceit tangled in Maven's grip. She had fought, she had bled, and she had won. But the battle was far from over. But perhaps this journey to Shore's stone could signal the beginning of better things to come.
Looks like we have a traveler approaching, Filnyar.
Well, don't stand there. Go ahead and greet them.
Welcome to Shore's Stone, my lady. How may we be of help?
Greetings, kinsman. I'm looking for a man named Filnyar. Is he here?
Depends who's asking.
My name's Mjoll the Lioness, and I actually just came from Elgrim's Elixirs to retrieve an ore sample that you have here.
Wait, I heard the other miners speak of your name. They say you freed slaves in the Velothi Mountains. That's quite an impressive accomplishment. I didn't know there were slavers this close to home. I'm glad to hear you freed those slaves and gave those slavers what they deserved. The gods know we can use more good news around here these days.
Thank you for the gratitude, friend. But I have a lot more work to do in the rift before I can move on. But in the meantime, I'll continue to lend a hand to those who need it. That's why I'm helping out the alchemist shop with the ore sample.
It's about time. I sent them a letter weeks ago. That Elgrim, he'd forget his own pants if his wife didn't help him dress. Athur, get the lady her ore. Tell Hafjorg that she can chip off whatever she thinks is a fair trade for their time.
Sure thing, Filnjar. I'll be right back. Here you go, my lady. It's all there.
Thank you, kinsman. Say, that doesn't look like a pickaxe on your hip. Do I detect that you too are a fellow adventurer as well?
This was my father's axe, actually. I'd like to think of myself as a defender more than an adventurer. He taught me in the ways of battle and to honor the old ways.
May you keep that axe clean and sharp. I am sure it will serve you well in the years to come.
That's what I aim to do, my lady. Maybe one of these days I may be as bold as you and try adventuring. But until then, I will remain here and offer what assistance I can.
You remind me of myself in a way, that we are alike and we strive to help others. By the way, I didn't catch your name.
Forgive me, my name is Athur. Athur Wolfsong, my lady.
Well, Athur, if you ever get the itch to try your luck as an adventurer, I'll be in Riften. Until then, may the gods watch over your travels, friend.
And may the gods watch over yours.
Don't let Sylgia catch you eyeing up that woman now, Athur.
It's not like that, Filnjar. Sylgia and I are just friends.
Right.
And so, Mjoll departs Shore's Stone as she begins her journey back to Riften. For Mjoll knows that if she is going to continue the fight against Maven Blackbriar, that she will need allies she can trust. Allies who have a heart just as hers. And so, Mjoll prepares for the next fight. For there are always more fights and more battles to wage. But for now, she moves forward, steady as ever, ready for what comes next. For what comes next is a story for another day.